Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today we've got to talk about it. Is United have gone 1-0 against Southampton at St Mary's. You bloody love to see it. Showing some consistency. Thank God. And that is the key word, consistency. We were consistent away from home in the Premier League. Absolutely terrible. 7 losses straight in a row in the Premier League. We've changed that. We've stopped the rot, and we've got the victory. And was it deserved? I think it probably was on the balance of things. I think the first half was very much in the balance in terms of both teams didn't have a lot of chances. I think United had that chance where, well, that series of chances where there was probably about 5 shots straight after each other, bang, 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 where it even took to the face. One player got it took to the face, so putting the body on the line with a block. But it was a great goal. Elanga contributing as well. I think Sancho laid off Elanga. Delo putting in a peach of a ball as well, and Bruno with a great finish. But this is the kind of performance that I want to see from United. I want to see United not play the best football, but still because you can't do that every game. It's unrealistic to expect United to play the best every single game, like the Liverpool. That was an atypical performance. You could see the intensity of that game was just different. You can't play like that every game. But to scrape wins, especially away from home, that's what I want to see. And although we did batter them 9-0 back in 2021, the last season we got 2 1-0 draws. So it was a difficult game. We're in a poor, terrible run away from home. So following up a 2-1 win against Liverpool with a victory away from home in the Premier League, absolutely fantastic. And we are going to go into the player ratings as well. I'll talk about the some of the stats from the match first. So 52% possession for United. We had 44% possession in the second half. And dominated in terms of possession in the first half. I think obviously when we went 1-0 up, especially towards the end of the game, we just allowed them to have more possession, and we just sat back deep and relied on our defensive work. 17 goal attempts for Southampton, although they did have a lot of shots from outside the area. 11 shots for United, 6 shots on target for United to Southampton's 5, and Southampton having more dangerous attacks than United apparently. 86 dangerous attacks for Southampton and 39 for United. But honestly, I think we were better in the second half, and even though they had a lot of possession towards the end of that match, they didn't really trouble us a massive amount. I think we were very, very defensively strong. I was happy-ish with the performance today. Like I say, it wasn't riveting stuff. It wasn't like the Liverpool. But to get by with a win, I'm just happy with a bloody win away from home, to be honest. 7 straight in a row losses. Terrible. But yeah, we're going to go through the player ratings now. There's a lot of players that are going to get decent ratings. I think David De Gea we'll start with. David De Gea, I think was good. I think he made a couple of good saves. There was that reaction save that he made where it was a header and he had to react to it really quickly. In terms of passing out from the back, again, we didn't really try and pass out from the back all that much. I think David went long again, and that's Liverpool now. Against Brentford, the reason why we got dominated and we looked so poorly was because we were trying to pass it out from the back, and we got caught on 2 occasions. But it seems like we're saying, even though Ten Hag, I'm sure, would prefer, David De Gea was great with the ball at his feet, being able to pass it short, really confident. He's not that type of player. So I think Ten Hag said, okay, we'll forget that. We'll go long. We'll try not to pass to David De Gea, because I mean it wasn't often that the centre backs would pass to him, or that we recycle the ball back to David De Gea. But when it does, he goes long, which okay, it's not ideal, but it's fine. He had some good saves in there. I can't give him a massive score today because it wasn't. He didn't have that much, and he didn't have that much saves to make, and most of the opportunities were just like blazed over the bar. So I'm just going to give him a 6 out of 10 for David. Moving on to Malacia again. A fantastic performance against Liverpool. Followed that up with a very solid performance again here today. Yeah, I'm going to give him a 7. I'm just really impressed with the entire back line. Really impressed with the entire back line. I'm going to give him a 7. Martinez, the pocket-sized Vidic. He was obviously man of the match against Liverpool, and following that up with a really, really solid. I beg that Varane can stay fit, because that partnership, I can see us doing fairly well this season if we can get that partnership sorted. Have Casemiro sitting in front of them as well, just to for some additional security. I think that's fantastic, and we've got our first clean sheet since Brentford last season today, and that was at home. So I don't know when our last away clean sheet was. But Martinez, I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. He got. Oh, I'm still on Malacia. Right, I'm going to give Martinez an 8 out of 10. And they actually gave him on Sky Sports. They actually gave Martinez a man of the match, which I didn't think he was that good. I think Martinez and Varane were very, very similar in terms of their performance today. I think they were both excellent, and so I'm actually going to match Varane. Do get yours in the chat as well. What you would give each player as I'm talking. Maguire, yes, Maguire doesn't come back into it, does he? 100%. You have to stay with this back line. Maguire doesn't come back in. I don't care if he's captain. Following up, Liverpool didn't create many chances against us, one of the best teams in Europe. Following up with a clean sheet away from home, you've got to remain consistent. So 2 8s at the back there, centre-back partnership, strong 8s. And Delo as well. Delo as well, obviously got the assist, was very good. I thought he was probably the weakest out of the bunch defensively against Liverpool. But today, got an assist, really good going forward. Was defensively strong as well. I've got to give him an 8. I feel bad for bloody Malacia because he didn't play well. He didn't play badly at all. But Delo getting an assist probably bumps him up out, so would have given him a 7. Bruno man of the match? No. Now the next man. I tell you what, McTominay, Mick Sauce today was unreal for me. He broke up play. He was a physical presence in midfield. He was so dominant. He looked so strong. He even got forward at times. He had that volley, didn't he, where where it was at the keeper. But even getting forward at times, but defensively so strong, won everything in the air. They were clearly, we needed McTominay today. We desperately needed him because they would get a bloody throw in and it would be about bloody 40 yards out and they'd just throw it into the box, and McTominay just dealt with absolutely everything. I mean, look at that starting lineup. It's a relatively small team. The only 2 players good in the air, you would say, in that team, are Varane and McTominay. McTominay dealt with absolutely everything. I mean, Martinez is good in the air, but he hasn't got the stature. He dealt with absolutely everything. Loads of crosses came in from open play. Loads of set pieces, corners. McTominay dealt with absolutely everything, and that is why I do think he's a limited player. I don't want him to see him in the midfield for the future of Manchester United. However, I keep forgetting to change player. However, McTominay today gets the man of the match. Oh, that's bloody. Here we go. McTominay gets the man of the match. And there you go, lad. You get your little bloody trophy. Well done, boy. Well done. Right. So now Christian Eriksen. Christian Eriksen was decent today. Again, I think he was he was tidy in possession. Should have scored really in that first half. I think his chance was the best out of the bunch. where Elanga had that opportunity and then it fell to him. Yeah, he should have scored really. But I think it was all right. I'm gonna give him a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. Or do I give it? Yeah, 7 or 6. I'm gonna give him a 6. I don't think he was. I'm definitely not giving him an 8. I'm gonna give him a 6 out of 10 for Eriksen. And yeah, with Casemiro coming in, like you say, it might be. I personally, before this game, would have liked to have seen a Frege and Casemiro midfield. You know, a Time Brasileiro midfield, bit of Brazilian flair. But yeah, McTominay, if he plays like that, McTominay 100% can be Casemiro, McTominay, and Bruno. Why not? He's earned his place in the next match, McTominay, and you've got to start Casemiro really against Leicester, haven't you? And that is a strong midfield. The stature of that midfield, having McTominay in there, if he plays like he is today, if he plays like he is, like really strong, and Casemiro alongside him, that's a physical presence. Bruno obviously got the goal. Really good goal, unbelievable volley, just guiding it into that far corner. I thought he was very quiet until then. I thought very quiet in the first half. So shouts for man of the match. I'm not so sure about that, because although he did get the goal, I think he was very quiet in the first half, like I said. So I'm going to give him, the goal boosts him up. I'm going to give him a 7. Going to give him a 7 out of 10. Didn't think it was fantastic. Did get the goal, which was obviously the deciding goal. But yeah, no, nice to see him back in on the short score sheet. Hopefully that can give him confidence as well. Jadon Sancho on that left hand side. There was times that he was really, really isolated on that left hand side, really isolated, and yet he managed to do some footwork, and he actually made something of opportunities that he just had no right of making. He was surrounded by players, and he'll do some footwork to get away from 2 or 3 players. And he was probably our brightest player in the first half, even in a first half that we didn't create a massive amount of opportunities. In the second half, little bit less so, especially when we got the goal up. But then again, we weren't attacking all that much. I'll give him a 7 as well. I'll give him a 7. Elanga I was impressed with as well. He worked really hard. He was contributed for the goal as well. I think he did a 1-2 with Rashford, is it? But yeah, he had a hand in the goal, or maybe he laid off the ball to. Oh no, it was Sancho that did that, didn't it? I don't know, but I know he played he contributed to the goal. Yeah, I think it was good. He works really hard, Elanga, as well. I think he won a free kick in a really dangerous area. Yeah, I know when Elanga plays, I know we're going to get a player that is going to work really, really hard and is not going to have a performance that's any less than like a 4 or 5 out of 10 just for his work ethic. So I think Elanga deserved his start today because a lot of players were like, oh my God, I can't believe you're not starting Ronaldo. I think Elanga earned his right today for his first half performance against Liverpool, and I think he was good again today. I'll match it. I'll give it a 7. Rashford today, I think he worked hard, but he was non-existent, wasn't he? A lot of the time he was non-existent. Now I'm just debating in my head whether to give him a lower score than Eriksen or whether to just keep it at the same. I'm gonna go with the lowest score out of the bunch, to be honest, for Rashford. I don't think it's a shame because he played so well against Liverpool. I do think his work ethic was a lot higher than what we have seen in recent games before the Liverpool game. So he was chasing things down, but didn't really create many opportunities. I can't even remember a shooting chance that Rashford had, to be honest. So I'm going to give him a 5 out of 10. Elanga's work rate is very needed. Yeah, I agree. Elanga's work rate is, like I say, he's going to be at least a 4 out of 10 just for how hard he works. Right, on to the subs. And let me just get what the subs are. So the only sub I'm really going to do is there's only one, and that's Ronaldo, because Casemiro came on for 10 minutes. In fact, I'll give Casemiro a 6. I give Casemiro a 6. I mean, you know, I want to see more of him in the future, but you know, came on and only for 10 minutes, and was just defensively solid. That's all that he did. Didn't have to do too much. So I give him an average 6. And then the other player that came on with the most time is Ronaldo. Came on in the 68th minute. I don't think he was great, to be honest. Really don't think he was great. Again, he did try and work hard when he came on, but there was just a few opportunities. Like literally the last kick of the game, the ball, if it was weighted perfectly, I think it was Bruno that was running beyond Ronaldo on that right hand side, and it was just a pretty poor pass. Yeah, I don't think Ronaldo was good when he came on. So I'm going to give him a 5 as well, just a little bit below average, just because, you know, average is if I don't notice you don't do anything like that much like Casemiro when he came on and he had 10 minutes. And Ronaldo, I did notice, you know, wasn't that great when he came on, so he gets a 5. So that's it. That's it for the player ratings. Again, so happy that we could get a result today, a much needed result after 7 away losses in a row. We're going to look ahead and do a Leicester preview. But let's have a look when that is. Is that on the Saturday or the Sunday? I believe the Leicester match will be on the Sunday. Let's just have a little check. If you could tell me in the chat, that would be great as well. Yeah, so it's Thursday. Bloody hell, we've got a match on Thursday and a match on Sunday. So I'll be doing a preview for Leicester very, very soon. So please do give me a like on YouTube. Do like the video on YouTube and give me a subscribe. I'm now a YouTuber. I'm a Twitch streamer. I'm a bloody TikToker. Now I'm on YouTube and I'm here to stay, boys. So I appreciate everyone for watching. Absolute legends. Give me the sub. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the week and on Thursday for the Leicester match. Appreciate it, guys, for watching. Ciao.